Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Friday, August the 25th, 2023. Friday, August the 25th. Well, we have Sharon pretty much turning over the reins to Esther. She's so excited. She can't wait, to juggle both her little careers. And Chloe's worried. She doesn't want her mom biting off more than she could chew, which is understandable. Chloe's used to her mother being grandma at home, waiting on her kids hand and foot. Now, when you lose live-in babysitter, you get a little worried, don't you? Because Esther will be working some nights just because Esther's probably happy to get out the house. So anyway, Esther is so excited, and Sharon is excited to have her. So that was cute. I'm glad to see Esther around a bit more. She's funny to me. She really, really, truly is funny. So then we have Mariah and Tessa. They're in the park with the baby worried. They're going to go take the baby to see the doctor, the pediatrician. And they run into Elena at the park. And oh my God, they have way too many scenes with Elena, like 5 back. You could tell when they stretch stuff out. And Elena was pretty much letting them know they're both good mothers. And whatever challenges that they're going to face with baby Aria, they're going to face it together, and they're going to be the most loving mothers that Aria could have. So she reassured them as a friend, and it definitely made them feel better. So we have Sally. I don't know about you, everybody. Isn't Sally going to see Adam multiple times a day, every day now? Multiple times. And look, every time Nick is looking for her, he finds her at Adam's house. And she'll look at him with like there's nothing going on. So, I'll tell you why I'm here later. When I see you later. Oh, okay. Just like, oh yeah, you're right. I slept with him. But it was just to get it out of my system. Sally is Sally, and Nick just accepts it. But Adam was really trying to convince her to take the job with him. He's telling her Newman Media is going to be folded up under the Newman umbrella, and you were phenomenal. See, he was pretty much, I don't know what he was thinking, because he was kind of thinking that the S&M Media is more major a player than Newman Media, because he wanted Sally to still kind of take her role at the helm of Newman Media, while him, Sharon, and Nick run it's folded together, but she has her division, they have theirs. But realistically, Newman Media is going to swallow up. Victor's going to do an okey doke and swallow it all up. Because you notice we haven't seen Victoria. Victoria is away on business. And when she comes back, her fangs, we saw her with Ashley yesterday, but she's still pretty much on business, I think. Or she's back. I don't know. Because her and Nate were definitely making the office their hotel room. So she might be back. We just are seeing her at the desk. But anyway, she told him she would think about it. But she says, look, if I do agree to this, I don't want you to even think that there's any chance we're getting back together again. No, you're just the best person for the job. And, she goes, and I'm not going to have you looking over my shoulder. And he goes, you don't need it. Oh, he's just telling her everything she wanted to hear. So she goes, okay, I wanted to get these questions answered, before I talk to Nick. So Adam says, oh, so you haven't told Nick about my offer? She goes, no, I didn't tell Nick about your offer because I didn't even really consider your offer until probably last night. And then I realized I had some questions. And depending on what the answers to the questions are, will further help me make my decision. I didn't want Nick to talk me out of this or talk me into this. I want to make my own decision. But now that I got the answers to my questions, I am going to talk to Nick about it. Right? So now we have Nate, Nate and Adam just go at it. It just gets tiresome. Right? And then Nate goes back. He calls Audra to meet him. Nobody meets at the office. Remember, we couldn't get people out of Victoria's office. Or back when Sally and Adam had Newman Media, you couldn't get people out the media office. Now everybody is at the GCAC. People go to work. Go to work. Drinking at 11 o'clock, having a martini. How much work you getting done for the rest of the day? So anyway, she goes, okay, tell me the good news first. And he goes, looks like Victor is actually now going to merge SNA Media with Newman Media. And Audra looks. She said, I said, good news. How is that good news for me? We all know Victor is going to have one of his kids, probably Adam, running that company. And Nate says, there's not a done deal. We don't know what Victor's going to do. So Audra said, but we all know how he feels. He wants the whole family brood working up under the same company. Where does that leave me? And so Nate says, Audra, just wait to see how things are going to pan out. I don't even know what the final organizational structure is going to be. Excuse me, everybody. So she goes, well, you know what? That's exactly what I'm not going to do. And he looks at her. She goes, I'm going to go fight for my job. Right? And he just looks at her and she goes storming out of there and pretty much storming back into Nikki and Victor's house. And Nikki is just sitting there. She's looking at her like, you know what? You're starting to make this too much of a habit. And so she says, I heard a rumor, this is Audra talking, that SNA Media is going to be merged with Newman Media. And I wanted to know, where do I fall in this structure? And so Nikki looked at her and Nikki said, information on that is on a need to know basis. So Audra says, well, ask the CEO of Newman Media. I thought that I should be afforded certain considerations. And so Victor says, yeah. He says, well, look, yes, I am going to merge those companies. But as to the organizational structure, I have not made up my mind yet. I have not decided. So she goes, well, I just wanted to, point out that I've done a great job at Newman Media. Last quarter, we were up yada, yada, yada percent. And Victor said, as a matter of fact, it was yada point yada percent, like he knew, right? And he goes, you've done a very good job. He said, you're an asset to the company. So I assure you, no matter how I decide to restructure during the fold-in, you will have a job at Newman. And he looks at her and she looks at him and she goes, well, okay, I thank you, I guess, thank you. And because she was hoping to say, you're going to be, are you out your mind? He would never let you be CEO over Nick, CEO over Adam, possibly CEO over Sharon. But look, Sharon's coming in with a company to be merged. Audra's not. Audra's just a straight employee. So yeah, that was wishful thinking. She could go get the coffee, right? She sure could. She could handle social media over Newman Media. Remember, Adam was CEO, Sally was COO. She could be COO, because truth be told, Victor should still keep the same structure. Adam, Sharon, Nick, all same level of responsibility. They should all be co-CEOs, period. That keeps all of them in check. Yeah, they may still have to look after Adam, but guess what? Adam can't completely run amok. He can't that way. So then Audra goes back and she talks to Nate, and Nate asks how'd it go, and she goes, well, I didn't get the exact wasn't the exact desired outcome, but Mr. Newman assured me I will have a job at Newman Enterprises when this is all said and done. Audra will, but what about Kyle? Won't that be so interesting, everybody? Because Kyle is COO, right? Now, when the restructuring happens, Kyle will be under Adam. And remember how Kyle treated Adam at Jabot? Oh, you don't belong at my family's company. You're not an Abbott. And my father made a mistake. Ooh, turnabout is fair play, Kyle. Adam will say, you see the name on that building? It says Newman. You're not a Newman. You don't deserve a high position here. See, this is a family company. Go back to cosmetics. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to call up your father and I'm going to make an underhanded, under the table, dirty deal to ruin you here at this company. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Kyle. Whatever you tried to do to me at Jabot, I'm going to do to you over here in Newman. See how you like it. And watch Kyle stand there. Yeah, Kyle. Can't stand him. So anyway, we have Adam running back to Nick and Sharon. And he has the nerve to tell Nick and Sharon, so okay, now we all know Dad is gonna merge. The word is Dad's merging the company. And I feel like I should be the CEO. I should be in charge. And you two should have upper level positions, but should be only one person steering the ship. And since I was the one who developed Newman Media from the ground up, it should be me. They both looked at him and was like, the heck it should. Says who? I'm not answering to you, Adam. So they both let him know, oh no, that's not happening. That's wishful thinking. And it's okay for you to wishfully think, but we have other ideas in mind. So they pretty much let him know, oh no, we're not on board with that. So that's pretty much it, everybody. That's it for Friday's daily recap of The Young and the Restless.